Welcome to another episode of the EDJ Whitetails. Doing some more shed hunting today, and got off early from work. Well, I shouldn't say early, we're on reduced hours right now, so getting some shed hunting in. Let's see what we can come up with today. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back. So, I have been going back through where I found Split G2's half yesterday. If you didn't see that video, look back. I went right back to the hinge cuts after work today, and I really wanted to scour it really hard. And I've been just really grid searching back and forth, and trying to even, I'm covering tracks that I've already done. And I made my way pretty much halfway of what I want to get to here. And I'm going to let you follow along with me because I just found one heck of a find. And I haven't walked up to him yet. So stick with me here. We're going to walk on up. And I wasn't even certain if I was going to come over and check this little section. But lo and behold, right here, side by side, is a match set. How frickin' cool is that? Right on the edge of the riverbank. Two of them, side by side. Nice match set there. You can see a little bit of a split there off of his G2 on that side. I'll look back through. I'm all but certain I've got this guy as well on the feeder on the cameras, and look how fresh that is. Today's March 3rd. Still dried blood right in there. Just one heck of a find. Exciting stuff. As much as I've walked, like I said in the other video, it's like sooner or later I'm going to come to where all the bucks have been bedding, and I think I've found that area. I don't want to get over anxious here, but it's Split G2's half, that half of an 8-pointer, and now this match set, all within like a 50-yard radius of each other. So very, very cool. I didn't even believe my eyes when I popped up over the hill. I thought, wow, that really looks like a set laying there. And it's like, there's no way they're sitting there that close together. And lo and behold, there they were. What has really been working now is I've been really hitting the bedding areas hard. And I finally come across the bedding area. Like everything right up around the food plot seems to have been stacked up with all the doe, little ones, probably little bucks, but I haven't found any small antlers. And they seem to have been all stacked up. And I knew the bucks were getting back together because of the pictures on the feeder, whatnot. And I knew sooner or later here I had to end up in that buck core bedding area. And I think we found it. Now this is a couple 100 yards off of the food plots, and that just goes to show, stack them does up right by the food plots, put in good bedding a distance away like we have in the hinge cuts. I mean, these hinge cuts were just fresh a little bit, I mean, not even quite a year ago, and it's producing. It really created one heck of a bedding area back here. All this grass come up through it that I had planted. I thought it had all got flooded out last year, but lo and behold, it worked. That little bit of sunlight, extra sunlight getting in with the hinge cuts with reducing some of that canopy. All of those ingredients has equaled up to having that great bedding, something that's really thick and secure for them in the wintertime. And if it's that thick and secure for them in the wintertime, there's no doubt they're in here in November as well, as I can tell from all the rubs and scrapes and everything I'm coming across, the stuff I didn't get to see in the hunting season because I didn't want to penetrate anything. And now that we're able to get in here, very, very cool. So not going to wrap this up yet. I know better than to do that. So going to continue shed hunting. I've only been at it for about, I don't know, an hour tonight so far. So we'll keep at it here, and I'll bring it to you if I find some more. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up this evening of March 3rd. Didn't find any more, but still have, I got that match set tonight. So what I come across is, just to wrap this up, is I finally found the area where most of the bucks generally are bedding. This time, or, as it gets later on in the winter, testosterone levels drop, and those bucks start basically bachelor grouping up again. And that area where I found split G2, I found that half of that 8, and then this match set was all in, if you drew a circle around it, it's all within 30 yards of a radius. So they were bedding in there pretty heavily when they dropped. That's where I'm finding them right now, is in the heavy bedding cover. I will branch out. If you've been watching, I've been putting a lot of miles on. I will branch out, as there's a lot of areas yet I have not checked, but I really, really wanted to be thorough with that bedding area once I found where some bucks had been bedding. Split G2's left side might be difficult to find, as I talked about in the previous video. The one picture I have of him is, 1,000 yards across the property from where I found his right side. So, and he's got, just that right side on in there. So I have no clue where he actually dropped the left. I really scoured that bedding area just to make sure that he hadn't dropped it in another spot in there and then left, came back, whatnot. So that's where I'm finding them right now, in the heavy bedding cover. I'm going to branch out, start speed scouting, or not scouting, speed shed hunting with the Ranger, driving back and forth through the food plot, across some of these open bean fields and areas like that coming up. But generally, that's where I like to really start, is in the bedding areas, because that's where they spend a lot of their time throughout the winter, conserving energy and not too far off of a food source. So we're going to wrap this up March 3rd for the EDJ Whitetails. I'm Eric Johnston. If you're new to the channel, or maybe you've been watching and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that little red subscribe button. It's free and easy, and we would appreciate it. And until next time, get outdoors.